Welcome to another Musical Legend series review. This has been sent in by the Silver Trader, and you can get what you want. Yes, you can, and you could also get what you need as well if you try sometime. Yeah, you know what I'm going with this. This is, of course, the Rolling Stones, and well, it's brought to you by the Royal Mint, which, well, have a look a couple of videos back. Anyway, this is a really cool coin. I'm going to show you why. And, well, what it's all about, really. So, let's crack on. Here we go. So, since I started filming this, I couldn't get that song out of my head. You can't always get what you want and all that. So, hopefully now it's slightly stuck in your head. I'm sorry, not. So, yeah, this is the 2022 Rolling Stones music legend series. It's the fifth coin in the release, and it pays homage, of course, to, well, 60 years of British rock, aka 60 years of the Rolling Stones. They first formed in 1962, believe it or not. So anyway, we're going to take a look at the face side here, which was done by Jody Clark. We have a 2-pound denomination, and we have Queen Elizabeth II. Down below under her neck, you're going to see Jody Clark's signature there. You're also going to see my favorite back pattern. I love these diamond-esque backgrounds. I really do. I think they're just amazing and beautiful. I don't know why. It's a much better improvement than just a plain high gloss or whatever. So, onto the sides. It's milled edge going all the way along. And this is the BU version. They do make these in gold and also in proof in many different forms. Everything from the 1 ounce, which has a colorized bit on top of it, but they also do a 5 ounce, and I mean, it's ridiculous. Essentially, it's a cash cow system, very similar to, hey, look, if you like our design, we'll make them in all big sizes. But that's cool because it meets the needs of us, the buyers. So if your budget's only to 1 ounce, then 1 ounce it is. If it's to a 5 ounce and you want it in proof, because that's all they do, then there you go. So here we are. You can see the silhouette of the Rolling Stones in action and in a concert. Now, if you do have the proof version, and there is a reason why I'm bringing this up, if you do have the proof version, what you will not see is the OCD designer's attitude for the entire rim of this coin. Now, let me zoom in to show you what I mean, because honestly, it's quite funny. And it just says 1 ounce fine silver 999 2022, and it keeps repeating itself, over the entire coin, which honestly, it's as if someone just left a printer on and it is continuing to print the same thing. Now, as I said, this is the fifth coin in the series. There were others that I've reviewed, so have a look back on my review. This is also really cool. One of the things that you will see on the proof version is it's colorized, where you have the Rolling Stones. Here it just is a really nice high gloss finish, and it's actually a pretty cool 3D effect in some ways, because if you take a look at it, you're going to see Mick Jagger coming off of the stage and everything else. I mean, it really is a really cool and interesting 3D effect. And then you get the fans in or the crowd, shall we say, giving the peace sign, and I'm gonna call it I love you. Some say devil's horns, who knows, whatever. But we also have the 62 to 22, so big 60 years. Now, the designer was actually super hard to find, because having a look at her, and it is a her actually, yeah. Unlike when I said Jody Clark was a female, and I know I made that mistake. I'll never let that one down. But it's Hannah Faisley. It's Hannah Faisley. And she is the artist behind this beautiful, iconic coin. Oh, well, yeah, this one, 2 pounds denomination. Apologies. I got slightly sidetracked there. Now, here's some of the little interesting factoids while we're looking at the coin, is that Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, who were childhood friends, they went to primary school, or as we call it, kind of like, kindergarten through, the 5th grade before you get into middle school or high school, back in America. Okay, guys? So they were childhood friends. They lost, contact because, one of them had moved away and all of that. But in 1961, by chance, the two met up at Dartford train station. Just completely coincidental. And in 1962, this year right here, they performed, shall I say, their first ever concert. It was in a marquee club in London. Now, since then, they've sold over 240 plus million records across the globe. And it is a phenomenal thing. I mean, who would have thought that such a long time can pass and then all of a sudden, click, just like that, they're just right back at it. I mean, it is crazy. Have a good look at everything else on here. I mean, the silhouettes are awesome. They have that stickling effect going all the way on each of their items, including like the drum kit there, that you can see the cymbals and everything else. The fans have a different texture and also a lighter texture to distinguish the fans and the stones themselves. And then you get these lights, the stage lights bouncing off. And let me look at this here. You can see how this stone, where it says the Rolling Stones, actually is lifted a bit from these stage lights, because I'm trying to get it in the perspective of light. It just looks so 3D, so unrealistic. It's insane. It's crazy. So, do I like it? Absolutely. And I like the Stones. I have not been collecting the series because I haven't gone through the whole Elton John and all of those things. But, it's a piece of rock and roll history. They are a legend. They are, they have some really good songs. I mean, I've always laughed at, personally, just go back, watch some of the really early videos of Mick Jagger, especially that song, You Can't Always Get What You Want. Honestly, I swear to God, he's wearing red lipstick. He must be. And that to me is just funny, because as a kid growing up, I would giggle at at that prospect. I don't know why. It's an uncontrollable, silly, childish thing. I like Kiss, and they wore a ton of makeup, but so British rock and roll, another awesome legend. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below, because I am really interested. Are you collecting it? I do know that there are some die-hard fans out there. And you can get what you want and what you need through the Silver Trader if you're in the UK. And I know that there's plenty of dealers elsewhere across the globe. So definitely keep an eye out for this coin. It is, if you are looking for one to add to your collection, you'll have it. Anyway, have a great weekend wherever you may be. I'm preparing for, well, I'm not sure if we're celebrating this weekend or not, but I'll let you guys know. Anyway, from AceBullion to all of you guys, you can get what you want. Just head over to Silver Trader. Bye for now.